What's up, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King the Third, and you are now tuned in to A Squared Archives, the one and only weekly broadcast that brings all of Sunday's action from the Absolute Athletics Co-Ed Flag Football League directly from the field to you. So thank you for tuning in and turning up with us here on A Squared Archives. And now, let's get straight to some of our top stories. Thanks first and foremost to the Chicago Bliss for coming out and supporting Absolute Athletics this past Sunday at the field. Remember, get your tickets for their first home game on June 3rd by contacting any member of Chicago Bliss for tickets. Support y'all. Calling all small businesses and community initiatives looking to participate in A Squared's small business event, which takes place on June 11th. Please contact Joe at absoluteathleticschicago.com if you would like to participate in this season's event. Spots are limited, so please make sure that you contact Joe immediately at joe@absoluteathleticschicago.com. We want to give a huge round of applause to the Women of Love for an amazing recognition ceremony this past Saturday at Crane Prep High School. Job well done, ladies. By the way, happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers, babies' mamas, mamas, on behalf of A Squared. We salute you. Alright, so on this week's episode of Archives, we're not going to bore you with all the stats and highlights from all the games from this past Sunday's action. You can find those below. Nope, this week we're jumping straight into our fan-voted Games of the Week. First up is Elite versus Up Top. Now this game started off with a bang for Elite, as number 3, Red Brown, picked off Up Top's QB to kick the game off. Then Elite's QB, number 15, Sammy Luis, came out and struck first with a quick touchdown score to number 32, Zanita Lane. The game turned into a defensive battle with picks by both teams' defenses. In the final minutes of the first half, Elite got the ball back with an amazing interception by number 32, Zanita Lane, in the end zone to stop Up Top from scoring. Now, if this was the pick that I witnessed from the basketball court, then man, let me be the first to tell y'all, the homie Zanita got some hands and she definitely got some wheels. But if not, then never mind. Anyway, Elite's offense took over and marched the ball down the field, completing 4 out of 5 passes by number 15, Sammy Luis. The series ended with a touchdown by number 23, Rasheed Davis, giving Elite a 14-0 lead heading into halftime. Elite started the second half slow and turned the ball over on downs. After a few controversial calls by the officials, one in which Up Top's receiver may have had possession of the ball and then it was ripped out, but it was still called an incompletion nonetheless. Up Top's defense stood strong though, as number 32, Angel Brooks, came up with a huge interception that was returned for 60 yards. Number 6, Bobby Starks, hooked up with number 8, Troy Boyd Jr. for a 7-yard touchdown reception to finally put some points on the board for Up Top. Up Top's defense took the field with some life and came up with a crucial 4-and-out against Elite's offense. Up Top got into their hurry-up offense and got the ball down to the 8-yard line. Now, Up Top had 4 opportunities to punch it in, but between drops, Elite's smothering defense, and in some people's opinion, ineffective use of timeouts, Elite was able to hold on to the win in a very close and competitive game. Number 15, Samuel Luis of Elite, threw for 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, while number 32, Zanita Lane, had 4 receptions for 108 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Number 6, Bobby Stark of Up Top, threw for 155 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions, while number 32 came up big on defense with another interception as well as 1 reception for 35 yards. Now, in our second game of the week, we witnessed the Cartel versus Force. Force marched down the field on their opening drive, but threw an interception to number 2, Robert Riley of the Cartel. The Cartel came out with number 00, Kurt Ellison, as their QB. He came out guns a-blazing, effectively moving the ball down the field, but didn't punch it in, which resulted in a turnover on downs. Number 1, DeMarcus Grady of Force, came back out and moved the ball with great ease down the field. Unfortunately, a miscommunication between Grady and his receiver ended the drive with another costly interception by the Cartel's number 2, Robert Riley. Looked like Robert was balling, y'all. Cartel's offense took the field ready to score with great field position and just 3 minutes left in the first half. Kurt Ellison, number 00 for the Cartel, came out firing once again, moving the ball with great accuracy to put up the first points of the game with a 15-yard touchdown reception to number 21, Kelly Johnson, to end the first half with a score of 8-0 in favor of the Cartel. Now in the second half, Force's high-powered offense looked a little flat and flustered, allowing the Cartel's defense to force a 4-and-out at midfield. Cartel scored again on a 20-yard reception to number 55, Kevin Teamer. With the game still in reach, Force's offense came out and put a quick score on the board with the 18-yard touchdown reception by number 23, Kimberly Davis. The Cartel came right back and delivered a knockout punch with another connection between 00 Kurt Ellison and number 55, Kevin Teamer, for a 37-yard touchdown, which pushed the game to a 22-6 in favor of the Cartel. Now, with just 7 minutes left in the game, it was pretty much a wrap for any sort of comeback attempt by Force. But in typical Force fashion, the team didn't lay down. They came out on the field and put up another quick score on the board with the same combo of number 1, DeMarcus Grady, and number 23, Kimberly Davis, for a 19-yard touchdown score. But it was too little too late at that point, as the game ended with a 22-12 win by the Cartel. Well, there you have it, another exciting week of action, compliments of A Squared. Oh yeah, and before I forget, ladies, remember that your registration for the women's only flag football league, compliments of Absolute Athletics, is due June 1st. Now, we already know that the league comes with too many bells and whistles to mention, so I'll spare you those details. But I will say this, hurry up and buy. Speaking of buying, instead of being like me and scavenging off everyone's grill at the field each and every Sunday, yes, I'm on that. Y'all should try to show some class and support A Square's official food vendors. Chef Grady Catering and Ooh Wee Sweet Tea number 11 are the official food and drink vendors of A Square. So come get your food, drink, and napkins on with a couple food and beverage vendors that are not only from our community, but they are also for our community. Well, that about does it for us here at A Square Archives. It's been a pleasure serving as your host. Be sure to check us out each and every week by subscribing to the Absolute Athletics YouTube page, checking out the website, or by downloading the Sports Engine app from your App Store or Google Play. And don't forget to check and vote for your fan-voted Game of the Week each and every week by visiting the A Squared website, which is www.absoluteathleticschicago.com. Once again, it's been your boy, Calvin Leroy King III by A Squared Archives, signing out and signing off. Catch you at the field. Peace.